Whilst riding my motorcycle down a side road, I was doing about 20 mile an hour and a car came out and hit me at 5 mile an hour from the side, obviously hitting my head on the concrete with the motion.
And when he went to A&E, all focus was on the leg. He had compartment syndrome. They asked him at the time things like his name, his age, what day it was, and he answered them all, clearly, so they thought there was nothing really wrong.
After the accident, I was having headaches. The lights would affect my eyes all the time. If there was a task that I needed to do, sort of on the computer or anything like that, I couldn't concentrate too much on it.
It became evident that as David was getting better, his behaviour and attitude had changed slightly. He wasn't quite the same person that he was, and everybody put it down to, including me, put it down to the fact that he'd had such a traumatic injury. His attitude towards life had changed. He'd always been very optimistic. He became very pessimistic, very depressed, and all these sort of symptoms just don't fit David. He's a very happy-go-lucky kind of person normally.
With work, used to know all the tyres that I had in stock. I had 3 shops, so I'd have a stock of about 2,000 tyres. I would know what sizes they were. I could do it off the top of my head without looking at the computer. And now I have to not only look at a computer, I have to make lots of lists out for what tyres I have in what shops.
He would forget to do things, and it was a constant forgetting to do things. Or he wouldn't forget, he'd know he had to do it, but he simply didn't do it. And it used to drive me mad, basically, and we'd have arguments about it. And it wasn't until he did it in his business life, with friends, and we started to realise that actually this was more than simple forgetfulness. If I ask him to go shopping and I write a list, I have to write a list because he won't remember. If I really, really want something, I have to place it in the centre of the list because he won't read the beginning and he won't read the end, or he simply doesn't see it.
When the accident occurs, obviously the brain gets shoved around and vibrated in your head. But these just little questions what people ask you are not sufficient. So there's no scan, there's no anything. So you're trying to get a scan from the notes from what they make at A&E is very difficult because they just think, no, your brain's fine, because it says in the notes.
It was difficult to get it recognised because socially he operates well. You can't tell there's anything wrong with him. It's only when you've been with him for a while that it becomes apparent. Therefore, when speaking initially to doctors or to neurologists, anything like that, he came across as okay. He didn't come across as unwell, and I think initially we weren't believed. The solicitors believed him, as did the case manager, and I think that took a lot of pressure off of David and made his life a lot easier. He didn't feel as if he was going mad anymore. He actually realised there was something wrong with him.
Hazel, my solicitor, she's been a valuable asset to get the right consultants and to look at my brain case. And if Debbie has had a problem, Hazel's been able to also influence the people to get an appointment.
When you have someone on your side that actually pushes and supports and approaches the right people, it makes your life so much easier. The recognition that David has had a brain injury has been extremely important in moving forward, because David recognises that even if it can't be cured, there are coping strategies and mechanisms in place to help him to take things forward for the future. It's incredibly important to choose the right solicitor, someone that will believe you, someone that will know who to approach, know the best course of treatment, and to actually be pushy, if you like, to actually say, no, my client does have an issue. You need to feel that someone's on your side and that someone will support you. So it's incredibly important to get the right team in place.